before I go any further, working in a facility is different, drastically different than working in a group home. They can kind of have the same dangers, but due to the environments and due to certain circumstances and variables, they're different. Aggression is different in a group home than it is in a facility. Although aggression is aggression, it's different. So I say that to say, I began my career working with youth in a group home of the age group of 12 to 18. Now, mind you, that environment was relatively light. It was in the country, it was rural, not aggressive kids, just kids who needed emotional support. But they lived in a group home, maybe their families were poor. It was different, right? Fast forward to 2009. I moved back from Tampa, Florida to Pennsylvania. And I knew a guy. He's like, yo, y'all can get you a job in this facility called Abraxas. I was like, all right, cool. So in my mind, he's describing it to me, but he's describing it to me from a white man's perspective. And there's a lot of fear in there because the population, 90% were black kids from Philly, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, DC. Very aggressive places. If you know, you know. So I get there. And at the time I was 206, 207 pounds, muscular. So the aesthetic alone, no beard, very young looking, very young sounding, youngish dressing. But my aesthetic made kids less aggressive towards me and wanted to see what kind of black I was. I have this voice. It's very difficult for me to connect initially until you say something that lets me know that I know your world, right? So I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw aggression towards anyone there wasn't towards me. It let me know what level of aggression they possessed, which was good intel for me. But at the same time, they aggressed against people who they felt were trying to harm them. I didn't come in like that. I had more of a softer approach in the sense that I want to get to know why you are the way you are. Because if we can butt heads and do the aggression thing all day. Let's fight. I don't care, but I have a job to do, and that's not part of my job description. But they understood that, listen, I'm not somebody you want to put your hands on. And it's not the way that I said it. I just presented myself as a man of respect. So it made them not even want to be aggressive with me. Because even when I disagreed with them, I did it in a way that was always a teaching lesson. Like, it wasn't preachy. It wasn't overly. Listen, at the end of the day, I was the kind of man for them that I would have wanted to have raise me, right? They didn't quite understand that. They knew they liked it, but they didn't know how to adjust to it. So when they saw that taking advantage of it wasn't going to work because I wasn't one to be taken advantage of, they were like, okay, let me see what this is. So to a lot of them, I became an uncle. To a lot of them, I became a big brother. To a lot of them, I became a confidant. To a lot of them, there's a lot of them that kept their distance and kind of like big homie me because they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like the kids who were in my dorm, I let them speak for me. I didn't run around be like, hey kids, I'm cool, dap me up. No, I let the kids who had the immediate experience with me speak for me because that's how reputation works. The people closest to you should speak for you before you ever walk into anywhere. Before you walk into a room, the reputation of the people who have benefited from who you are or not should speak for you when you walk into a room. And that's always been the case with me in regards to younger people.